Welcome everyone to another startup and complete car documentation. What we have here is a 2008 Cadillac Escalade ESV. This Escalade ESV is painted in white diamond tri-coat. This really looks like a quintessential Escalade. Long wheelbase, that iconic pearl white paint with the beige interior, chrome everything, door handles, 22-inch rims, just awesome. On the key fob, you're going to have the buttons for lock and unlock, along with remote start, panic, power tailgate release, and the button to just pop open the glass separately. The front door panels are going to have storage with bottle holders. I mean, it's an Escalade, needless to say, power windows, locks, and mirrors. But you also have two-person memory for the driver's seat and power folding mirrors. This one has a light cashmere interior, and leather seats are, of course, standard. Both of the front seats are fully powered, four-way lumbar support as well for both of them. Now that we're behind the wheel, let's go ahead and start that engine. In 1999, Cadillac debuted their first ever SUV. It was called the Escalade. The Escalade was GM's answer to the Lincoln Navigator, which had come out about 2 years earlier and pretty much pioneered the full-size luxury SUV segment. The Escalade rides on the same capable platform as the Chevrolet Tahoe and GMC Yukon, but with the luxury and class you'd expect from Cadillac. Although the Navigator came out first, the Escalade was a smash hit and quickly began to soar in terms of popularity and prestige. In the early to mid-2000s especially, the Escalade was huge in pop culture, so much so that it became the vehicle of choice for quite a number of celebrities at the time, and even still today for that matter. It had become a true status symbol car. People thought you were the coolest if you were driving around in an Escalade. The Escalade is still going strong today, now being in its 5th generation as of the 2024 model year. This 2008 model we have here represents the 3rd generation of the Escalade, which was produced from model years 2007 through 2014. The 3rd gen Escalade rides on the GMT 900 platform and is the platform sibling of the 07 to 14 Chevy Tahoe and Suburban, along with the corresponding GMC Yukon and Yukon XL, as well as the 07 to 13 Chevy Avalanche. The 3rd gen Escalade came in 3 body styles. First, the short wheelbase model, which was based on the Tahoe and Yukon, the long wheelbase Escalade ESV like this one, which is the counterpart of the Suburban and Yukon XL, and finally the 07 to 13 Escalade EXT, which had a pickup truck bed and was basically the Cadillac counterpart of the Chevy Avalanche. Most 3rd gen Escalades use the same all-aluminum 6.2-liter V8 engine with just over 400 horsepower paired up with the 6-speed automatic transmission. However, they also made a hybrid version of the 3rd gen Escalade, which had a 6-liter V8 paired with an electric motor and a CVT transmission. As for non-hybrid Escalades, your drivetrain options were rear-wheel drive or a full-time all-wheel drive system, the latter of which being what this one has. In the instrument cluster, you have 4 analog gauges, your tachometer, speedometer, fuel gauge, and temperature gauge. And you also have a digital info display which can be gone through via these controls right here. At the time of filming, this has 92,991 miles on it. You wouldn't think that by how just showroom new mint this thing is. And your oil life, settings, tire pressures, that kind of thing. The hazard switch is on top of the steering column. It has a 4-spoke design, heated leather and wood multifunctional steering wheel. As for controls, on this side you'll find your cruise control, along with that heated steering wheel toggle button. And then on this side you'll find all of your audio controls. The steering wheel is tilt only. The parking brake is foot operated. You have your headlight switch, fog lights, a little storage area for the driver, climate vent for the driver. Right here is your high beam, turn signal, and wiper stalk. And it does have a column gear shifter. Putting it in reverse does reveal a backup camera. You also have the button on the end for your tow haul mode. Going down the center of the interior, you have a speaker up top, an analog clock, central climate vents, your touchscreen infotainment system, which we will go over more in a bit, those information display controls. You have the button to turn on or off your traction control and your parking sensors, your DVD slot for the navigation map, and then your CD slot. It does have a 6-disc CD changer along with AM, FM, and Sirius XM. Now here, we got some of your physical radio / infotainment system controls. We'll go over that more in a bit. Then here we have a set of dual zone automatic climate controls for the front. And we have 3-stage heated and cooled front seats. A little bit of storage with a cigarette lighter or 12-volt power outlet. You have 2 cup holders. Got a 2-tiered center console. Remote, I believe, for that backseat entertainment system. And more storage in there. A 12-volt power outlet, headset. Glove box is lockable. Both Sunvisors have vanity mirrors and lights. You have an auto-dimming rear view, OnStar, compass, and outside temperature. On the overhead console, you have your garage home link, passenger airbag indicator, overhead lighting, power sunroof controls, you can open or close the power tailgate from here, and with these buttons you can actually fold down the second row captain's chairs. And I forgot to mention, for these buttons you have power adjustable pedals. This one is for your heated windshield washer fluid system, and then with this you can enable or disable the power running boards. But finally, here is a look at that touchscreen infotainment system. For being 15 years old, I'm actually quite shocked at how responsive the touchscreen itself is. But you got your AM and FM and Sirius XM, also aux, and then you got some rear entertainment system controls. Then you got your CD player, you can adjust the clock. But then here you have some shortcut buttons for that, so audio takes you here, phone for dialing it, nav settings, there's your navigation map. Sound settings, nowhere on the settings, so surround sound, driver or rear, radio settings, navigation settings, display settings, and you get the point. More configuration stuff. Might have missed a thing or two, but that's a quick gist of this system. I think it's actually pretty decent especially considering it's 15 years old. Outdated, of course, but for its time, this was pretty much the pinnacle of luxury. But now we'll go ahead and roll down the driver's window and then take a look at the engine bay. Both front windows are automatic down. This one rides on the available 22-inch 7-spoke chrome alloy rims. Powering the Escalade is GM's Vortec 6.2-liter naturally aspirated V8 engine. It's a pushrod engine with an aluminum block and aluminum heads, along with 2 valves per cylinder and variable valve timing. Horsepower is rated at 403 at 5,700 RPM, while torque is rated at 417 pound-feet at 4,300 RPM. This engine is paired to a 6-speed automatic transmission with manual shiftability, and this Escalade does come with the available full-time all-wheel drive system. Premium fuel is recommended, and with a 26-gallon fuel tank, EPA estimates are about 12 mpg in the city and 18 mpg on the highway. It has an independent front suspension and a solid axle multi-link rear setup. Stopping the Escalade are 4-wheel disc brakes with vented front rotors. Curb weight is somewhere around 5,800 to 5,900 pounds, and an all-wheel drive Escalade ESV can tow up to 7,800 pounds. The fuel cap, as you saw earlier, is on the driver's side. You have roof racks. Captain's chairs. Once the seat is folded up and out of the way, you have easy access to the third row seats, which we will take a look at right now. Alright, now we're in the third row in the Escalade ESV. Third row passengers do get cup holders on either side, along with a little bit of storage. The coat hook way back here. Third row passengers also get their own climate vents and their own screen. That's right, this thing has 2 screens for the rear seat entertainment system, one for the third and one for the second row. That's pretty sweet. And space back here is surprisingly doable. I'm about 6'1", and I mean, it's not that cramped. I still have good headroom. The seat is surprisingly, decently comfortable, and my legroom is, not that bad. Honestly, I could ride back here for quite a while. Just saying something because I've been in a lot of third row seats are just like so small that they're just only for kids. But no, I think, many adults could actually be comfortable back here as well. And then because this is an ESV, so basically the Escalade counterpart to the Chevy Suburban, all that space for cargo behind the third row. Both front seats have storage pockets in the backs. Second row passengers do get armrests on each of the captain's chairs. Grab handles on both B-pillars and on the overhead. Climate vents. But second row passengers also get two cup holders back here, AV ports and a 12-volt power outlet, and have a whole set of rear zone climate controls back here, along with 3-stage heated captain's chairs. And then you've got controls for that backseat entertainment system. Yeah, there's the screen for the second row. And space back here, I'm about 6'1". It's obviously roomy back here, full-size SUV, good headroom, good legroom, and then these second row captain's chairs also recline, which is really nice. You can lounge back here. Them being heated is also nice. Dual exhaust, rear wiper, and of course you get a power tailgate with this one. The Escalade ESV offers 45.8 cubic feet of cargo space with all the seats up. Removing the third row increases space to 90 cubic feet, and then proceeding to stow away the second row seats will get you up to 137.4 cubic feet. Anyhow, thanks for checking out this tour of this 2008 Cadillac Escalade ESV. And as always, stay on the lookout for future tours.